Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, My Jewelry Addiction. My name's Tanya, and I'm addicted to jewelry. Someone requested the other day that I share some of my favorite finds, and I thought I'd share a couple of my favorite things too, as far as jewelry goes. And I wanted to share this. I shared this yesterday. I did go back out and I found this chain, and I attached it like so. I just simply added a bail in the back right here. I just put a bail, put the chain on there, and now it's a beautiful, beautiful necklace. Look how big that concha is. This would have been one of probably 12 that went onto a belt. The belt itself would have gone right through these two. So these would have gone all the way around the belt. Pretty amazing. Nice piece. Oh, and I guess while we're at it, I'll show you the other couple of things that I got yesterday. Oh my gosh. I'll save those for next. So, yeah, I called around to a couple of pawn shops, and I've talked to this guy before, and anyhow he said, yeah, come in, I'll sell you some stuff. I'll leave you some wiggle room where you can make some money. I explained what it is I was looking for, because it's a pawn shop and it's like a little mom and pop kind of place. Anyways, cool guy. Very nice, and I made it by there, and I only picked up a couple of items. He didn't have a lot to choose from, but I got this ring. He had this ring marked $90. I can't see what it says in there, but it's a beautiful ring, druzy, and I don't know what that is. It looks like a natural stone. I see some inclusions in there, and then, yeah, maybe tourmaline or something, and maybe a quartz, and whatever druzy that is. Very nicely made ring, thick band, beautiful. And then I got this. This thing is super duper heavy. It's really, really nice. It's a pendant that could go over, it could go over like these beads, for instance. You just put that right over the chain, like so. And then you could wear it on anything. It's like an enhancer, but it's just a really, really nicely made pendant. I didn't even loop it yet, so I'm not even sure what that says because I can't see. And did I bring a loop? I did not. Well, let's see. I don't know if you're getting that or not. Anyhow, so I got that. Oh yeah, I only got 3 items off of him. These are fantastic. Oh my goodness. These are just amazing earrings. Whoops. Carnelian and sterling silver. Post back. Post. And I don't even think they're signed. Artisan made. Yep, totally unsigned. Artisan made earrings. Beautiful. Beautiful. I just thought these were fantastic. They were on display, just sitting there so pretty. Oh. Okay, now to my favorite finds. This is one of my all-time favorite finds. It is all hand done. It's just an amazing piece of art. I don't think it really symbolizes Pisces. I don't know, maybe some might say so. Maybe. Could be. The dragon's heads, I've looped this. I've really studied this. they're different. You know, they're definitely, it's not like some mold that they were, you could tell this was just, it was hand done, and it's pretty incredible. I found this at one of my favorite honey holes where Pat and I used to, when I first started, Pat and I would get these bags of jewelry, and they're no longer available. Let's just say that. There's nothing coming out of that store anymore. This was $2. I got it for 50% off, so it was $1. It was very tarnished. It is sterling silver. It was made just like this with a bead here and a bead there. There was never a bead here or here. That was done very intentionally. And I, over the years, have worn it, and it has formed to my arm because it wasn't like this when I first got it. Now it's like my Wonder Woman armor. And I always wear this when I go shopping. Actually, I wear this and I wear this. I always do. I feel like they bring me good luck. Yeah. Anyhow, so then let's see. I found this most recently. Or not so recently. When I was over at the coast at my Aunt Lorraine's beach house, I found this in a case over at the coast, California coast, at an antique store for $12. This is 10 karat gold, and I love it. And it means good fortune, I was told, or prosperity. Like, I believe she said, yeah, good fortune. And the dragon, 10 karat gold. It's marked actually on the bail. This part, the hard, that's actually soldered to the pendant itself. It's just marked here on top of the bail, like right on top, and that's why they missed it. I got that about 6 months ago or so. Oh, and most recently I found this 18 karat gold chain, so I just put that on there. When I first started hoarding jewelry, I was not only buying jewelry jars from my local Goodwills and my Salvation Armies, but I was also ordering online because I had been watching everyone else get Goodwill boxes, the ones that drop on Friday nights. I haven't been able to get any, and I haven't really, I don't know, the last couple ones that I did get were kind of crappy. And that was probably a year ago or longer that I've gotten a Goodwill box. But Tasha had ordered me one for Christmas once, and this was one of the first things that I pulled out of there. This is 18 karat gold, and gee, what is it? It's a stone. I think it's aquamarine, and sterling silver. This is David German, and I've worn the heck out of it. I've beat the crap out of it, but they missed it because it was marked right here on the outside. They didn't see that, but I did, and that was one of the first things that I pulled out of that Goodwill blue box. That was a nice Christmas. Let's see. I found this, and most recently I discovered that these are not. These are actually stone. Are they? I don't know what it is. Maybe it's not stone. Whatever it is. At first, I thought they were just like these, which I'm kind of obsessed with. which are peach pits. I thought this was peach pit and jade, and it has it just has a gold-filled clasp here. But these are not. I don't know. I don't have my loop with me right now. I'm kind of bummed out about this, but I probably found this in a jewelry bag or something. And these little happy fellas here, they're all hand carved. Each one of them is a little work of art, all by themselves, all the way around. The detail on these is just incredible. I will have to dig deeper to find out exactly what this material is, because right now I'm a little baffled. The amount of detail that is put into each one of these, and the way that, like this one for instance, it's so hollowed out on the inside there. Look at this detail. Just amazing. Yeah, each one is just a little carved work of art. And this is definitely one of my favorite things. And this one. These are like prayer beads. And it's got a very long tassel. And I probably pulled this out of a jewelry bag as well, or a jar or something. But again, these are all hand carved individually, and each one is different. They're all different characters wearing different garb, different details on each one of them, and hand done. The amount of hours it would have taken just to make one individual bead with all that detail. Just for one. Imagine. Same with this. This one's way more intricate and just insanity. And okay, I found this. This was probably in one of the last jewelry jars that I ever got at the Salvation Army before they stopped selling them. And they stopped selling them right around, well, I guess just after COVID. I've told you the story. I don't want to repeat it again. You'll have to go back and watch. This is Victorian. This is, I don't know what karat gold it is. It's gold. It's, I can't remember if it's 14. It's up there. It's like 14 karat gold. Beautiful clasp. That's the back of it. And just the most beautiful Bohemian garnet. I actually gifted this to my Auntie Lorraine because garnet is her birthstone, and I ended up getting it back in a gift. So thank you, Auntie Lorraine. She gifted it right back to me. Thank you, Auntie Lorraine. I do love that, and I will cherish that forever. And then my little honey hole that's closing that I told you guys about the other day. I had gone in there, roughly 5 years ago or so. And I found this here. This was actually attached to a bracelet that had major verdigris and was in very, very bad shape. I didn't know at the time. I probably could have restored the bracelet, and I should have kept that, and shame on me for that. But this is by Har, and this is the fortune teller. This pendant, like I said, was attached to a bracelet, but they have a different bracelet that is just, if you look at this set, yeah, I knew right away I had to have this, but I didn't realize the value on it. And at the time, I got the earrings for $4 and the bracelet was $6. So I got the set for $10. And it's worth quite a bit of money. And I just attached it to this chain. This one, I found a lot of things over the years, but I'm really not a collector anymore. I don't buy things to hoard and collect. There are some things that I just love, like these items here, that I'll probably have a hard time letting go of. I've shared this before. This is beautiful. Dragon's Breath, sterling silver. This pendant slash brooch is very large. I bought them together. Funny story about this. I bought this from Kim for $60. I ended up selling it back to Kim maybe a year or two after I had purchased this, and it just sat there, and I never wore it or anything. I sold it back to Kim, and then maybe a year later, I found this set. Kim probably sold it to somebody else, I'm sure, and because she wouldn't have scrapped this, but someone scrapped this to Eddie, and I bought it back from Eddie for $60. Jason says I shouldn't sell this for any less than $600, this piece. Now, I don't know if he meant with the earrings, because now that I'm sitting here staring at it, this is more twisted wire. This is beadwork. So maybe they weren't a pair originally. And both just stamped sterling. This one actually has a number down here. It's a brooch and a pendant, and I've worn it several times as a pendant. It's very heavy though. And then this came out of a Goodwill jewelry jar. I've kept this. I don't know why. It's a beautiful ring. I'm pretty sure that it is aquamarine, and it's set in 14 karat gold, and it's a beautiful ring. And it's just been in my collection forever. I actually have another peridot ring in there that was another one I pulled out of a Goodwill jewelry jar, or a whatever jar. And then I found this not so long ago, maybe 6 months ago or so, at one of my favorite little honey holes. This is 14 karat rose gold and garnet, and I found this for $4 in the costume jewelry section. It's unsigned. It's a very old ring, beautifully constructed. And yeah, those are some of my favorite finds. I mean, I've had many favorite finds that I've sold, so those are gone, sadly. And then I just wanted to share a couple of my favorite jewelry items here. And this one here, my Auntie Lorraine, a few months ago was at the beach house, at her beach house, and she found this pendant. It was tarnished. She found this pendant at one of the little antique stores down there, and it's an elephant. Well, it's probably Ganesha. If I'm being realistic, it's Ganesha. Lord Ganesha. He's the remover of obstacles in the Hindu religion. He's pretty awesome. I actually have a big Ganesha right over here. Um, this turned out to be 10 karat gold. It's a thin sheet of 10 karat gold, and this is sterling silver. And yeah, she got that again in a costume drawer. Well, I don't even know how much she paid for that, but um, it's pretty incredible, and I love it. And thank you, Auntie Lorraine. I love that. And since we're sticking with aunties, I'm going to go with my uncle. I have had this perfume bottle in my possession for over 50 years. I was given this when I was just a very little girl. I think I was in kindergarten, actually. Kindergarten or first grade. Not quite sure. And it had a black tassel attached to it. And it's a little perfume bottle of Cinnabar by Estee Lauder. And it's been my favorite perfume. Well, that and Angel by Mugler. The two of them. I'm just obsessed with both. My uncle Glenn gave me this when I was just a little girl. Him and his girlfriend at that time, Lindy. And I've just kind of been obsessed with the Asian art, not just because of this bottle, but because my grandmother had a best friend who lived in Maui for a while. I guess her and her husband, Doris and what were their names? Doris and Carol. Carol was the man, Doris was the woman. And I walked into their house one time. We lived across the street. My mom or my grandmother lived across the street. Anyways, I remember just going into their house around the same age, and it was like walking into a Japanese garden or a Japanese, you were just transported to Japan. Let me just say that. The house was so incredible, and all of the artwork was, I was just fascinated with all the intricacies, you know. I mean, they had statues, they had, the silk stitched things, and just the detail. I was just floored. I was blown away by it, and I've never found anything matched to I've never seen anything better as far as a master craftsman piece, or however you want to word that. I've never seen anything so good as to something Asian, like, carved jade pieces or whatever. This is a charm necklace. This used to be my grandmother's. This was my dad's mom's. And it just tells a whole story on there. And my dad gifted this to me after my grandmother had passed away. And I love that. And my mom gifted me this. This was my grandfather's. This is a very, very old sterling silver. Look at the clasp there. It's a very flat back clasp. It doesn't really have much of a, sorry for the up close and personal. The other day I was at a antique store and I went to grab a pair of earrings out of the case. The lady had the door open, and I went to grab them, and one of them fell, and I went to grab it and I caught it. But when I caught it, I hit the shelf, the glass, and I was like, ooh, I think I just cut myself, and I did. But anyhow, what was I sharing? This. So this is my grandfather's, and I don't wear it often because it's very heavy. Just a beautiful sterling chain, and it was my grandfather's, and this is one of my favorite things that I'll just cherish forever. And this ring. This ring my mother had made for me when I turned 21, and it's my favorite thing. I used to wear it on this finger all the time, but my nose sweats, and I would, if I went to wipe my nose, I have literally almost pierced my nose with this, my septum. Let's just put it that way. And it's kind of tight now, so I usually wear it on this ring or this finger. But and it had a diamond in it at one time, and the diamond fell out. So I had a ruby put in there because I thought you could see it better, I guess. And then this is another one of my favorite things that I have not worn in a very long time. And it's very dirty, and I need to clean it because I would put this on, and I lived in this thing for, I probably didn't take this off for a good, well, over a year at least. And it's a, well, you could say it's a cricket or a cicada coming out of its cocoon. So it's a representation of out with the old and with the new, rebirth, you know. And my buddy Pat gave me this. It's 14 karat gold bale. And he gave me this when I became a senior citizen. And so it was very representative. When I turned 55, it was very representative of, you know, out with my youngster self, and or out with my youngster self, and with my into the golden ages, you know. And it's just attached to a 14 karat gold chain that I had pulled out of a jewelry bag years ago. Anyways, that's it. That was some of my favorite things, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. I do have a few other of my favorite jewelry items that my kids had given me, and there's a few other things in there that are my favorite things, and I had done a video some time back, and those items are on a tray somewhere, like this, on a shelf somewhere, and so I got a whole lot of trays. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. It is free to subscribe. I didn't know it when I started watching YouTube. I thought I had to pay. It's free to subscribe. So please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you know when I do my next video or go live. And please let me know what your favorite item was. Give it a like, a share, and peace out. You guys have a beautiful and blessed day.